I wrote a story for a Halloween contest. I didn't win. But the story is one I think I'd like to publish one day. I don't think it was scary enough. It didn't really fit what they were after. But I had fun writing it. So I'm back to the story writing again. I've written a couple of kids' stories. I haven't published them yet or submitted them. I've written an article that I did submit, so that was good. A first step. My thought is I'm just going to keep submitting things and see what comes of it. But I'm having fun anyway. So we had to do a little story, and I remembered a story from when I was a child about a little colt who got lost, and he went all around the barnyard checking out all the different homes, and then finally he got back to his mother in the corral. So I put that story down, and my teacher sent that story home to my mother with rave reviews. Oh my gosh, you've got a writer here. And my mother looked at that and sat me down at the table and discussed plagiarism with me. I've got a current article that I'm about ready to send to BMW motorcycle owners. And this one's about when Jeremiah, when he... It came off a question that someone asked me. They're like, how can you let this child learn to ride a motorcycle? They're dangerous. And so I'd written it years and years ago in my diary, and I said, well, this is why. His father rides motorcycles. The kid's been, riding a bicycle since he was 3. We had to take the training wheels off because they were making him wreck. He tried to take, the shocks off my bike and lower the seat so that he could ride the dirt bike. I mean, it was just written. It was written in the works. So I wrote about that article, and then I thought I'll send pictures in with it. The previous article I wrote was a woman at the rally this past summer was having a really difficult time with allergies, trying to get food for herself. And I thought, after 20 years of this, I think I have this down pretty good. I find that when I set goals in front of myself, that it's almost like my thinking becomes too rigid. I don't do that. I kind of go with my interests right now. And I go through process. So, yeah, I'd love to be a successful writer. And ultimately, that would be nice. But what I'm doing right now is focusing on process. Okay, I've got this story written. Good job. Great. Now something else has come up. Okay, going to do that story. Going to write this story for the neighbors. Okay, what's the next step? Submit something. So I've submitted something. I've got a second article I'm almost ready to submit to them. And I'm just going by process. I'm really trying to live in the present moment as much as I can. If I set goals for myself, and if I don't reach them in the time frame that I feel like I should, I'm going to be disappointed. And it's going to be disheartening, so I don't do that anymore. I just don't. Go with your interests. There are pragmatic people out there, but you know me. I'm not practical. There are people out there that are going to say, oh, you should be a doctor, or you should be a scientist for NASA or something, because that's where the money is. And that's going to help you take care of practicalities in life, such as food, shelter, water, whatever. But my feeling is, if you follow your interests, you will basically fall in to your life work. If you put everything into your interests, you will love what you do, and the money will come. I don't worry about the money. The money will come. I am writing what feels good to me. I don't have any major expectations at this point, because this is my first year. I don't have any major education how to write a novel or anything, but I'm just writing what feels good, and I know that I will get better at it, and eventually something will come of it. And if it doesn't, I've always landed on my feet. You always land on your feet, and you try something different. And now that you guys are on your own, and your father travels a lot, as he always has, I have the option of traveling with him. And we do like to travel together, so I was trying to think of some sort of a career where we could do that and I could still make money.